Now I'm going to show you an example of the app that I'm using, that I'm recommending. Of course, there are many apps. If you have other option that can give you the reading in Hertz, that's very good. But this is the one I'm going to show you so you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. You see, this app here has the strings E4, B3, G, D, A, E again. Those are the 6 strings that you're going to tune. But you can also see here that here is the frequency. So when I play the note, any note, the mic is going to capture the sound and the app is going to detect the frequency and it's going to tell me exactly what frequency was produced by my note. If my string is very far away from the exact point that we're looking for, this will tell me, and then I will know what to do. But if I were using another tuner and my note is out of the range of the capability of that tuner, the tuner will go crazy trying to find a rhythm that is not capable of reading. Okay, so let's say that we're gonna try to tune the first string. So when you play the first string, you will see a frequency reading and you will adjust according to that. I will change the angle, so I'll start playing my strings and you'll be seeing what happens here on the screen when I play the strings. Now I'm going to give you the list of notes and frequencies. The first string should be E4 and the frequency is 329.6 Hertz. The second string, B3, 246.9 Hertz. The third string, G3, 196. The fourth string, 146.8. The fifth string, A2, 110 Hertz. And the sixth string, E2, 82.4 Hertz. I'm gonna random move the turning keys of maybe say 3 strings and see what happens after that. Let's choose the second string, for example. Okay, now the fourth string and the first string. Okay, now let's hear again the sound. That's terrible, right? Now we're going to try to tune the guitar. But before we start, I have to make another, I have to give you another tip. Every time you adjust the strings, the others are affected. Because when you have a floating bridge, this is not set, this is not stuck to the body of the guitar. It's floating actually. So if you change the tension on one of the strings, it'll move the bridge millimeters up or down, and that will get the other strings out of tune. So when you have a guitar like mine with a floating bridge with a tremolo, and you have these 3 screws, you're gonna have to do the process like maybe 10 times or 15 times, adjust each string, and after you adjust the string, you start over again, and after you adjust, you start over again, because every time you make a change, the adjustment of one string will affect the others when you have this kind of guitar. Now, I'm not going to do that because we will spend all day doing this, but I'll give you the tips so you can do it on your own. I'm going to do it just once, or I'll do it. My guitar is not going to be perfectly tuned because I don't want to spend too much time on this, but to give you an idea, I changed the tuning on the first string and I'm going to tune that first string. Now, if you're going to have an electric guitar, you can use your pick and play the first string. You have to play the open strings, no fingers on the left hand. And you have to use the palm of your hand to cover the other strings, because we don't want the sound from the other strings. If two or more strings they have sounds at the same time, those sound waves will confuse the tuner. We need the sound from only one string, only one sound wave. That's why we have to cover the ones we're not using, and we can do this with the palm of your hand. So I'm going to cover all the other strings, and I'm going to play the first string only, like this, with the pick. This is the open string. If you don't have a pick, you can use your index finger like this, and you can pluck it like this. But try to avoid the sound of the other strings. Okay, let's say you have a pick. I'll try without the pick when I try with the other guitar. Now, the first string should be at 329.6 Hertz, or very close. So I'm going to adjust that. This is the tuning key for the first string. I have the tuner right here. Then I will show it to you later what happens on the screen. But this is what I'm going to do. I have a reading of 299. Now 305, 313, 319, 332, that means 36, that means I went too far. I have to go back a little bit. 331, 330. I'm going to leave it there because when I adjust the other strings, I will lose this. So I don't have to give it an exact measure because it's going to be ruined when I turn the other strings. Now I'll try the second string now. Oh, the second string is terrible. The measure is 175, which is way far from the right spot. Okay, I'm going to try to tune the second string. I'm adjusting, applying more tension because I have a reading of 175, and the second string should be 246.9. I have 194. I have 200. 215. 230. I went too far. I'm 252. Okay, 247, 46. Okay, now I have the second string. Let's see what else. I think the fifth string is out of tune. It should be 110. Okay, now I have a measure of 107. Okay, 110. There's still one more string to tune. The third string, okay. I'm applying more tension. The third string should be 196. 190. Okay, this is very close. Okay, now the fifth string. It's almost there. But now that I adjusted the strings that I moved, let's see what sound do we have. It's not very good. So I have to tune again, but this is because I have this floating bridge. If your guitar doesn't have this kind of bridge, you won't have to do that as many times. A couple of times will be good, but in my case I have to do it many times, and I don't want to waste your time. Now for the last part of this tutorial, I'm going to show you the app that I'm using. This is the screen, and this is the first string, E4, then the second string, B3, the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth string. This is the target. This point here is going to be the target. And below that silver point is the frequency in Hertz. This is what I want you to pay attention to. This number, the measure in Hertz. Now, I'm going to apply some tension to the first string. You see that the first string is marking 329 something. And that's within range, because we want the first string to be on 329 and something. Now, see what happens if I apply more tension to the string. You see the silver dot moved to your right. That means that string is too high. And you can see that the frequency now has changed to 344. We don't want that, so we're gonna go back to the original. What we do is we play the open string like this. Remember, you have to cover the other strings and you have to let it ring. Play the string, let it ring for a moment, and you play it again and let it ring. That will give time the tuner to capture the sound. If you play them too fast like this, that's not good. You have to let it ring for a moment, and then play it again, and then play it again, and start looking at the measurement. Sometimes you get other numbers because the microphone is always capturing sounds from the ambience. Whatever sound is in the ambience, it will be captured, and we'll try to give you a reading on that. That's why you see a bunch of numbers appear and disappear. But when you see a steady number with the sound wave, you know that's your number. Now I'm gonna change the third string. Okay, it's pretty bad now. Here, sounds pretty bad. I changed the third string. Now we have a reading of 169, I believe, and our target for the third string is 196. So I'm going to start applying more tension, but make sure that you are applying tension to the correct key. Remember, if you turn another key, you will ruin the tuning that you have from other good strings. We're trying to fix the third string, okay? So make sure that you're turning the third tuning key. Okay, we need more tension. You see? Now we're on 175 and the silver button is moving that way, okay? The silver button is close, but it's not in the center. We need more tension. Here we go. Getting closer. Closer. Okay, you see, now the silver button is in the middle, and we have 196 point something. That's okay. That's good enough. Now our guitar is tuned.